Hello everyone, welcome to Unify Study. Today we are going to discuss about Indian logic. Yes, this is a little bit different term, and there are different terms are there. So we are confused here. Most of the students are getting confused here about Indian logic, and Indian logic is there in the syllabus from last version, so from last year in the NTA UGC NET. And most of the question is coming from the Indian logic, at least 2 to 3 question every year it is coming in Indian logic. So we cannot ignore this part, but here we are getting confused because there are different terms, that is what is pratyaksha, what is anumana, what is upamana, what is shabda, what is linga, what is vyapti, paksha, sadhya, hetu. Actually we are getting confused with this term. If you can understand the term, or if you can relate the term with the English, then it will be very easy for you, and most of the lecture is available in Hindi. That is why I am trying to discuss Indian logic in English, so that who are the student who do not know Hindi and who have no idea about the Sanskrit. Actually this term is coming from the Sanskrit. So that is why most of the students are getting confused about the terminology. So in this video I am trying to discuss about Indian logic, and I will discuss most of the important topic of Indian logic where the question is coming, and I will try to clear your idea about Indian logic. And after watching this video, definitely you will get interest about Indian logic, and definitely it will be easy for you. So please watch this video till the end, and please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to get all the latest update. This is about myself. I am Priyanka Chatterjee, UGC NET qualified with 99.46 percentile. This is my Telegram channel. You can join the Telegram channel, that is Unify Study NET JRF Paper 1, and if your subject is computer science, then you can join this channel. This is the computer science. And here this is the website unifystudy.com. Here I am uploading the PDF, and here some mock test is also available. You can get the mock test, you can avail the mock test from this website. Okay. Now in this video we are going to discuss about that introduction, what is Indian logic and from where actually why the Indian logic is important and why it is coming to syllabus. Next, that is means of knowledge. These are very important. Every year question is coming from the means of knowledge, different types of knowledge we will discuss here. And the structure and the kinds of anumana, different types of anumana, what is the structure of anumana, there are different terms we will discuss. And that is the constituents of inference, different types of inference, and where there is the fallacy, why the fallacy is coming and where the fallacy is coming. Here every concept will be clear. Just try to watch the video till the end. What is middle term, what is minor, what is the relation between middle, minor, vyapti, everything you will I will cover here. So please try to watch the video till the end. Okay. So logic, first of all, that is logic. Logic in general, it is a science, right? Logic means that is think logically. You have to understand the Indian logic in logical way, because so many students you can think this is the only theory, but it is not only theory. You have to understand in logical way. If your concept, if your logic is clear, then it will be very easy for you, and definitely 6 to 8 marks will be confirmed from this Indian logic. Okay. So see, this is the logic, and here it is the science and art. And right thinking means you have to think in right way. Right thinking, it is not concerned with the reality, it is not concerned with the reality about which we are thinking, but only with the operation of thinking itself. Means it is always, it is not the reality, but how we are thinking, what is the operation of thinking, it is focusing on that. Okay. So logic is an in general in the science and art of the right thinking. It not concerned with reality about which we are thinking, that is which we are thinking, it is not concerned about that which you are thinking, but only with the operation of thinking itself. Means how the operation is going on, how you are thinking, it is focusing on there. Okay. And in ancient time, actually it is coming from the ancient time. In the ancient time, Indians call that is Shastra. means we are following the Shastra before coming to the means nowadays there are so many sciences there, nowadays we know the science there, nowadays we know what is the actual reason of everything, but before that in the ancient time there are only Shastra, and according to the Shastra we are there are some rituals are there, so we have to maintain the ritual, but we don't know the actual reason, then the people don't know the actual reason, but they are following the ritual, they are following the rules, means in the Shastra, that means the percept and rules and manual, means in the Shastra they will give, they have provide some rules, some percept, and we are following that rules. Till now in our home we are following some rituals, some rules, right? These are the according to the Shastra. So about there is which no science intended, means there in the Shastra whatever it is written in the Shastra, there is no science, but which every science presupposed. Presupposed means that was there was the starting, there was the starting of science, because for everything if you search in the Shastra, every rules in the Shastra, now if you want to research, then definitely you will get a reason, and it is a scientific reason behind this. So this is the prerequisite, this is the presupposed, this is the presupposed of the science, right? Now there is the 18 types of Shastra, there are 18 types of Shastra was accepted by the ancient Indian. Okay? Firstly there was 18 types of Shastra accepted by the Indian, and after that among of 18, that is Vidya's Nyaya, Nyaya is a term, Nyaya, that is the Vidya's Nyaya, that also known as the Anvikshi, that is the logic, okay? That is the logic is most important, and it has been esteemed that the lamp of the science, means here it is the lamp of the science, there they don't know the science, but it is the lamp of the science, it is it is the path of the science. You can think that from the Shastra actually the science is coming nowadays, okay? And this is the, here it is known as, that is Anvikshi, and it later in the latter period got the crucial role of ancient Indian scholastic circle, okay? And Anvikshi is the incorporation of two subjects, that is the soul of the theory of the reason, that is the what is the soul of the theory of the reason, means what is the reason of that theory. The theory of reason is known as the Hetu Shastra, that is the Hetu means, this is the term Hetu. Hetu means nothing, Hetu means the reason, what is the reason behind that, that is the Hetu. Hetu means that is the reason of knowledge, okay? And Hetu Vidya, Hetu Shastra and Hetu Vidya, all are Sanskrit term, okay? Now it is also called as the Tarka Vidya. Tarka means what? That are the debate, Tarka, that is debate, and Bada Vidya, okay? Debate and discussion, okay? And you all know the name of Kautilya. Kautilya was the author of Artha Shastra, right? So Kautilya has referred the lamp of the Vidya and the discourses, means Kautilya referred this, okay? Now come to that there is the word Nyaya. What is the Nyaya? Nyaya means it is properly signifies as right or justice. Nyay means when you are going for justice, when you are going for the right, it is your right, you have to, it is you should, there should be justice, right? That is the Nyaya. Nyaya means what? That is the right or justice. Now the Nyaya Sutra treats the 16 topic of categories like Pramana and Pramaya, etc. There in the Nyaya Shastra 16 topics of categories were there. This is very important, that is 16 topics of categories are there, that is Pramana and Pramayas. But after that struggle with the Buddha and Jaina logicians, because there are after that it is divided in two parts, that is Buddha and Jaina logicians. They for over 1,000 years, there is the struggle for the over 1,000 years. Finally, the Hindu logician, that is they are divided, the Hindu part is divided in Hindu logician. So, Hindu logician found it, that is the treating of the Nyaya to take up only one topic, means they take only one topic as Nyaya, that is the Pramana, and exclusion of remaining 15 topic, means they are exclude the remaining 15 topic and they are taking only one topic, that is the Pramana. Pramana is in our syllabus, so we have to understand now Pramana. So, see there are different types of knowledge. Pramana, before going to Pramana you have to understand the knowledge, because when you are Pramana means you have to give the proof of your knowledge, that is what you are telling, is there any proof, that is the Pramana, right. So, before going to the Pramana you have to understand there are different types of knowledge, means of knowledge. Knowledge means that is the buddhi, knowledge that is in your brain, what is the knowledge, and that is the buddhi. So, knowledge there are two parts, one is that is the presentation, presentation means how you are presenting, that is the anubhav, that is the anubhav means that is mean you can think like a feeling, anubhav how you are feeling, that is the anubhav, that is how you are presenting, that is anubhav. And another is memory, it is your memory, that is smriti, it is called smriti. Smriti means or smriti or sriti, you can take, you can pronounce as smriti also, that is the memory. Okay. Now, in the anubhav means how you are feeling, anubhav or presentation, there is two type, that is one is valid, valid means how you are feeling, maybe your feelings is valid. Sometimes we are feeling there is some we are there are third sense or sixth sense, according to the sixth sense we are feeling okay, something is wrong with me, something is going to be wrong with me, that is your feeling, that is your anubhav, that is your presentation. So, that can be valid, that can be non-valid, okay. That, so valid, when it is valid, that is the prama, that is the prama, when your anubhav, that is presentation is valid, then it is prama. And when it is non-valid, that is aprama, means you cannot prove it, that is aprama, non-valid. And in your memory also two part is there, that is true and false, or everything what is in there in your memory, everything is not true always, right. So, there is true can be there is false can be there, because some memory can be true, or some memory it is can be false, right. Now, come to the prama, that is the non-valid. When it is non-valid, non-valid means there is the doubt, there can be the doubt, that is samsay. Doubt means that is the samsay, means you have some doubt, that is it is valid or not, you have some doubt, that is the samsay. And error means in your anubhav, in your feelings there are some error, means there are some bug or error, that is the vipraya, okay. And hypothetical argument, that are the tarka, means your debate, you can think like debate, that is the hypothetical argument, means when you are doing argument with your mother, when you are doing argument with your father, that is the hypothetical argument, that is the tarka, okay. Now, come to the point of prama. Prama is valid. So, there are different types of prama, these are very important, different types of prama. What are the prama? That is perception, that is pratyaksha. Perception, that is pratyaksha, that is what you are, what is it? It is there in front your eyes, you see that, that is pratyaksha. You observe that, you look, you see that, that is in front of your eyes, the occurrence is going on, or you are the proof, okay. So, this is the perception or pratyaksha. Another is inference. Inference means anumana. Anumana means it is your assumption, means you are doing a assumption that it can be happen. Behind this the reason can be that, because you don't know the exact reason, but you are doing the inference, means maybe there is an accident, and you did not see, you were not there in that spot, but you are doing the assumption maybe there is the brake failure, that is your anumana. maybe there is the break failure, that is the anumana. Okay, so that is the inference. And comparison means upamana, means when you are comparing something with another, that as beautiful as the rose, means you are comparing with the rose, as beautiful as the moon, that is you are comparing with the moon, that is the comparison or analogy, that is the upamana. And next one is testimony or shabda. Shabda means what you are telling by your this is your shabda, means that is your verbal or testimony, that is your, it can be written, it can be verbal, whatever you are giving, that is your shabda or testimony, right. So these are the different types of prama, or that is valid prama. Okay. Now come to the structure and kind of anumana. What are the structure and kind of anumana? So different types of anumana means that is your inference or assumption, that is your assumption. So has been defined in Nyaya system, that is the Nyaya system. And knowledge of an object not by direct observation, means you did not there, it was not there at the time of accident, but it is means by knowledge of the linga or sign, means there after the accident you go to that spot, you move to that spot, and there are some sign, maybe according to how the car is, what is the situation of the car, what is the status of the car, what is the status of driver. After watching that, you are doing your anumana, you are doing your assumption. And according to the sign, means you are observing what are the sign is there, what is how it is. So these are the sign. Sign means linga. Sign means what? That is linga or sign of that, that is the universal relation of the Bapti. Bapti means there is the universal relation, means what? That if you see that is the car is coming to it is accident happening with the there is a big tree. So with that, and the car is totally dismissed and car is totally damaged. So then it is, you can think there is the universal relation, that is so maybe it is the chance of brake failure, right. So universal relation is there. Whenever this type of doing, that is universal relation, means if it is day, then there is the sun, if it is day, then there is the sun. This is the universal relation, right. So universal relation means that is the Bapti with the inference object, right? Okay, and it leads to the knowledge of things as possessing the character. Say that the fire, because of its having another character, smoke, means whenever there will be the fire, there is fire, then there will be the smoke also. Then whenever there is when you are in kitchen, when you are cooking in the kitchen, there is fire, means there will be the smoke also, right. So which apparent, that which is known as always connected, it is always connected, that fire it is always connected, smoke and fire. If there will be fire, then there will be the smoke also. If there is smoke, means there is the fire also. That is the relation, that is they are both are connected to each other, right. So thus in Anumana we arrived at the knowledge of object through the medium to act of knowledge of perception. That is, what is the to act? Because you know if there is the fire and if there is the smoke, then without watching the fire you can say definitely there is the fire. Means maybe outside, maybe in from your window you are watching, there are so many fire is coming from your neighbor. So it is confirmed that definitely there is fire, right. So it is you are relating, that is you are doing the anumana, you are doing your assumption, right. You are applying your assumption. Next one, that is the constitutes of inference. Constitute of inference, that is the inference of Anumana always constitute not less than 3 proposition, means every time there will be minimum 3 proposition should be there. Not less than means minimum 3 proposition, minimum 3 proposition should be there. and more than 3 terms, that more than 3 terms can be possible. This is very important. And in inference of arrive the knowledge of some unperceived character, that thinks of knowledge some linga or sign, there will be some sign. What is the sign? That fire is coming means that is the sign, that the smoke is coming, that is the sign, means you are doing the assumption, okay, there is the fire. So that is the Bapti or universal relation, that are the universal relation with fire and the smoke. So you are assuming that. So this is the inference or anumana. Now there are different types of, that is the, what are the knowledge you are applying, what are the knowledge you are applying, how you are applying the knowledge. Now there is the first knowledge. What is the first knowledge? First knowledge is what is called the linga or mark in the relation of the paksha, means you are doing the relation with linga. Linga is sign, that is you are doing the linga and paksha or subject, that is the subject. You know in the English that subject predicate, we know subject object predicate, you learn that, right? So what is subject, what is object, what is predicate, so just try to relate that. So here linga means mark, that is the relation, and paksha means that is the subject. What is the subject of the inference? That is the paksha. Okay, so this is generally the that is the generally perceptual judgment. You are doing the judgment and relating with the linga or middle term. Always remember that linga is the middle term. Linga means that is the middle term with the paksha. Paksha is the minor term. Here question is coming, so please note down that linga is the middle term and paksha is the minor term. Because why? Linga means you are relating the sign. What is the sign? Means there is the smoke, there is the smoke, then you are relating with the fire. That is the reason, you are finding the reason, you are relating two things, that is the middle term, linga, and paksha is the minor term, that is minor term or inference. Okay? So this is the example, that as when I see that the hill is smoky, it inferred that it is fairy, means it is, there is the there is definitely there is fire, definitely there is fire if you see the hill is smoky, or if you see your from your neighbor there are too many smoke is coming, it is smoky, means there is definitely fire, right? So when you see that hill is smoky and that infer, you are inferring your knowledge, you are doing by applying your knowledge, you are inferring that that is there is the, it is fiery, right? Now secondly is inference required the knowledge of Bapti. Bapti means according to your universal relation, that is the universal relation between the fire and the smoke. So you are applying that universal relation, that is the Bapti or the universal relation between the linga. Linga means that is the sign, that there the smoke is coming, smoke is the sign, that is the linga. Linga and the sadhya, that is the prabandham, that is the sadhya, or the middle and the major. Second one is knowledge. Second knowledge is that the inference required the knowledge of Bapti. Here it is required knowledge of Bapti. First one, there it is required the perceptual judgment. Here you are doing the perceptual judgment relating the linga or the middle term with the paksha. Only you are relating the linga and paksha. In the second one, you are relating with the universal relation. Remember that a second thing, it is you are relating with the universal, that is the Bapti. You are relating with the Bapti and universal relation between the linga and the sadhya, and the knowledge of linga or the middle term is always related to the sadhya or the major term. Okay? Here linga and the middle term, it is always related to sadhya or the major term. There it is, we can say that is all smoky objects are fairy. See, here we are taking all means we are taking the universal. Here we are taking the universal example. Here we are not taking the universal example. Here we are taking as I see the hill is smoky and it is inferred that it is fairy. but here we are taking that all smoky objects are fairy, means we are relating with the universal truth, right. Now next one, that is thirdly what is that is the inference of knowledge is anumati. Anumati is the resulting from the previous knowledge, means previously there is the some knowledge, from that previous knowledge, and by watching the sign, that is by watching the linga, you are trying to relate, that is previous knowledge of the linga, and that it is universal relation of Vyapti. Now you are applying your previous knowledge, you are applying your previous knowledge. It is the proposition that relates the paksha and minor term. Here we are relating the paksha and the minor term. Okay. Previously here we are doing the linga and the middle term. Here that is sign and the middle term, but here we are relating the paksha and the minor term, or with the shadhya or major term. Okay. So paksha relate the paksha or the minor term with the sadhya or the major term. Here we are relating linga or the middle term always related to the sadhya or the major term, right. Here that is the linga or the middle term, and here it is paksha or the minor term, right. So here the example is the hill is fairy, means the hill is fairy. You are directly you are telling there is the fire, the hill is fairy, right, fiery, that is the direct you are telling there is the fire. Okay. The inferential cognition, that is the anumati, that is the anumiti. Anumiti is the proposition which follows the first two proposition we are following. So here first premises was that the hill is smoky, means we are taking the hill is, that is the S, and it is smoky, that is M. So S is M, hill is smoky. Second premises is all smoky objects are fairy, that is all smoky objects. So M is P, all smoky object, that is we are taking M, and we are taking that object are fairy, that is P, means here was M, here is also M, right. So S is M, here we are telling M is P, right. So memory, judgment or Vyapti, means here is the memory, means according to your previous knowledge, here we are applying the memory, judgment or the Vyapti or the universal truth, universal knowledge you are applying, right. So all smoky object is fairy. And conclusion, finally come to the conclusion, that is if you are telling S is M and M is P, then definitely we can tell that is S is P, right. S is M, that and M is P, means S M, S implies M and M implies P. So definitely S implies P, right. So from here we are telling that the hill is fairy, that is S is P, right. So from this first two premises we are coming to the conclusion that the hill is fairy, right. Hill is smoky, you saw the smoke is coming from the hill, and you know that all smoky object is fairy. You know that if there is the smoke, means that is the fire, right. Now you are relating the combination, okay, the hill is fairy, although you cannot see is there fire or not, but by the premises you are taking